Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy.
Hey people, this is Renee
and Bridget,
Felicia,
and this is episode
31
of Same Book Three Time Zones. We read Stay by Ivy Symone.
Ivy Symone, yes.
Snap, 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 snap.
For the August book of the month. So I don't know why in my head I had this thing like we gonna be reading like new books, like that's the only freaking books that matter, right? Oh my God. You know, if
I'm so glad.
No, that's all that matters. As long as we ain't ever read nothing about, like that's what we, trying to get a taste of everybody, basically, right? Ivy Symone came up. Like I put her name in our like list of authors because I was reading like comments. You know how some people be on these book clubs or groups or whatever on Facebook, and they was like, anybody can tell me the name of the book of when somebody had did this and this had happened, that had happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so they be doing that, right? And then somebody, whatever, I can't remember it wasn't this story, but whatever it was, they said Ivy Symone, and the thing was interesting. I was like, let me look her up. And I was like, okay, she got to be on the list because she has like a ton of reviews and stuff. But I just wanted, I wanted to put her on there. And man,
way back, what was this, in 2016?
2016,
honey, she did that.
This is good because I know a lot of her stuff was like series too. I was like, dang, because we got to figure out like which one,
right.
Whew, you did good, Bridget.
Thank you, girl. Thank
you. I will watch this movie. Number one,
I definitely will watch this.
I would watch this movie. Gosh, I don't like these. I be saying this that I don't like any like drug lord, drug dealer. He wasn't that, but like these illegal like making money type bosses. Like I can't stand that kind of stuff. And then every time I read it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the best. I don't know because I would never experience that, so I get to read, what it would be like or what. But I always just had that mentality, like I ain't reading that crap. I'm not reading it, no, because I'm not about that life. I don't care. But every single time we read a book like that, man,
because you don't know their story. You don't know their story.
It's like you having these layers, and it's like it makes them so much more human. And that I need to get up out of that, in my head. But everybody human, man, and they be having their stuff and be making these decisions. I don't know why he got into the business that he got into because I feel like he had to.
He's a bad boy.
Money, crazy.
Like his parents, his family were billionaires, okay, from Africa, because he said argan oil or something like that. But girl, please, I wish I would be doing something illegal.
I would not. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it, and I ain't got that because I'm too scared to go to jail.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna lose my freedom and lose access to all this funds where I can do whatever. Man, please. People be crazy, but they just be wanting power and want people to be fearing them and stuff. But whatever. We met. I mean, it just literally opened up with the main character Frankie, just bashing her life though. She was just obviously just unhappy, like completely unhappy. We know she's married to some big time guy. We don't know much about him right now, but I want to say she was like going somewhere. I can't get to that. Brian was supposed to be taking her someplace, and then she wanted him to stop at a little
get some sweets.
Get some sweets. And
met Antoine,
hopped out the car, to go in there herself when that's not what she's supposed to do. Her driver or whoever is supposed to go take care of the business for it, or protect her basically. But she went on up in there by herself, and then she was, getting her some sweets and stuff, and she ran into her old friend.
He said her ex-boyfriend.
I don't want to talk about him because I hate him.
Dang.
Like, I have to think about none of this today. She sees her ex-boyfriend, and what we see is that like she still has so much love for this guy, but she's married. Because like this, we're getting into it or whatever. And then he apparently has like a baby or like a one-year-old with some girl. My first impression was when they were talking, and it was like almost like, she said something about, like however she got to the situation that she's in with her husband. And he said something about, he's sorry for what he did. And she was like, you had to do what you had to do. I for some reason, I thought he left her to be with somebody who was connected to somebody so he can have something. Like, I thought he dropped her to be with whoever this person Keisha is. Cause he's like, I don't really like her like that, but we're going to work it out. So I'm like, well, maybe Keisha daddy is somebody important and he had drops her to be with, that's what I conjured up in my head, right? Not what actually happened.
I didn't know what to think, but whatever.
I was like, I got to keep reading because I need to know what's going on.
That's why whatever
reading because I didn't know.
Whatever he did, it shouldn't have been worth it for her to still be feeling this giddy around him. I'm like, if he did something, why are you still acting this way?
So I didn't think it was nothing to the point where she was like hurt like that. I just thought he like made a decision to leave her or something. Like, I didn't think it was nothing. She was just,
He was just dumb. That's what she was. Yeah. She was dumb. She was naive. She was getting on your nerves.
Yeah. But okay, so she finally, this was funny to me because when they had the conversation, whatever. So he gave her his card, and it's a card that she knew she couldn't have because she couldn't have any type of ties with this guy because of her husband. Of course, we don't know like the exact story, but okay. And then she goes back into the car, and her driver is like, you're not supposed to be talking to him. And I'm like, who is that? And he said something about your husband got eyes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Who is this dude? And why is he? It was like, it was just setting up the scene to be like
I ain't even met him and I already don't like him.
Right.
Like you could die. That's what he said.
Right.
It up like
just
you could
having
die.
a conversation with somebody. And why do you have eyes everywhere? Like, who are you for real? So that's why I'm just like, okay, what is this? But it was like intriguing because like now you want to know more. Like, okay, you got let me see what's going on. But she has this just, what did they keep saying? It's like 24,000 square foot house.
Mansion. Whatever.
And she has 2 children with this guy. And I'm like, well, it can't be that. Like, that's what I'm thinking. She got kids with him. But yeah, I mean, she also gives the impression like that when he's not around, she's happy, so she can be herself. And she doesn't really care for his people and his crew. And then we of course learn about Queen, which is one of his, she runs like his whorehouse or something.
That's what it is. That's what she is. Yeah.
Right. And so she's messed with him before they got married. So she's like the jealous girl who's always around for business, but she's always trying to get in still.
That's she's trying to get in that house and that wife. That's what she's trying to do. Mm-hmm.
So you can get the vibe of illegal situations. Like you get that, because who the heck need all the security if you're doing something? Unless you like a what's
celebrity with everybody
like a public figure or something, or somebody like important like that. Yeah, it gave me bad vibes about him. I didn't really automatically feel sorry for her immediately, because I was like, why? I didn't understand why she was in the situation she was in.
So after it told you that, where it started at, you had to go back to learn how they got there. Right. So her stupid Antoine, this little childish little thug from the streets.
Low grade.
But never no good. Even from the background with their relationship was never no good.
Right. They didn't know. It's like she didn't really act like that at first. She acted like they were just so good, but they were just struggling.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they had such a good relationship. Like he was a good guy. He was never a good guy.
Oh gosh,
I understand that part. They both trash to me. One of them just got money, but it's different when you choose to be with someone and someone is forcing you to be with them. Like that's totally different. So it's not like she's saying Antoine is this good guy. She's just saying I chose that versus this other guy come and just tell me I'm going to be with him or he's going to kill me. Like,
Antoine started the whole thing because he's such a loser.
Yeah, I don't like him neither one
he's
of them.
Such a loser.
Yeah,
because the lifestyle that he lived, he wasn't nothing but a thief. Yeah, always trying to get to the next whatever. just a thief.
Well, he's stealing from the criminals. So hey, at least he ain't stealing from people like me that work hard.
Oh my God.
Legally.
The criminal stealing from the criminal.
Yes.
Still makes you a criminal. So it don't even.
I'm just saying.
And he was so Zeno was he's also a loan shark. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's where I think that's where he made a lot of money at.
Ooh.
Fronting people money. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had to pay. You know that's the type of person who pay that money, and something gonna come up missing. Either you or a body part. I don't know. He just seems scared of me.
And then he enjoyed it. He like do it himself. He got a whole knife out there. He got cats that eat you. Like he got the big one.
Oh, man. Yeah, he has too much fun with that. That's the part. Like you having too much fun with that. Like you.
Yeah, like he crazy.
What else he gonna do?
The dungeon is this thing with fire. You know how they cremate people? I guess that's what he be doing.
We never got to see it or know where.
That's what it is. In my head, I'm like, he got this whole thing set up. Like he is the person that you go to when you can't afford a funeral or whatever, so they cremate you. He cremate people.
But not through that little in that behind that thing, that picture thing. Why didn't she go in there and open the door?
Room,
that's because it's scary. She's scary enough. I don't need to see it.
You ain't too scared. She took that doggone money.
Go ahead and say it.
She took that money. She wasn't scared of that. Oh, I wonder what's behind that door. Really?
Girl, go peek. What you like?
You all up into everything else, going here, going there. I can't believe they ain't tell us what was in there. I want to know.
Oh man. Oh,
I just told you. No.
I don't know. And you know what that reminded me? That part, y'all saw Power, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On that part, he reminded me of Ghost when they would take the people at the club. It was like a separate section or something, like behind the club or something. I don't know if it's a basement. I don't know what it was, but he'll take people there. And usually when you get in there, you don't come out alive.
Yeah.
He'd be like beating and killing and torturing people down there. That's what I think the dungeon was.
Well, where was it?
And they feed them to the cat.
Like you
don't.
But you ain't hear him taking nobody there.
No,
she said people would come down there and wouldn't come out.
Them cats they had two little wild baby cub cats or something. And she said
she had blood on them.
Yeah, he was feeding the people to the cat.
Oh yeah. They did say that.
How can you like somebody like that? And I do like that she still kind of had a smart mouth though. She wasn't that scared.
She was a daredevil. That's what she was. And she selfish. She was selfish because Brian she just had him everywhere, taking her places where she knows she shouldn't have been. She know it.
And you know what, Brian is.
Now we know why he was
right.
You know why
right.
He didn't care.
No, he didn't.
He was like, yes, please go over here and do this so I can get this money. So yeah.
But it all started with Antoine. It was all because of him she was in this situation. He said, here you go. And he gonna come begging to her tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I had to.
Right.
Lying.
You so trash. Like he getting beat up and stuff. She jumps out the car to come in and help. Like, don't beat him up, don't hurt him and stuff like that. She's stupid
anyway.
Because he owes his man money. Like, why did you let her come with you? Wasn't it
right?
Let a woman come to you for something like that.
Right. Like, of all the times.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if he that was the plan from the jump, which is
probably was
her for coming. Because he know how much that she loved him. Like, that's that. Okay.
Shouldn't have got out too with them little booty shorts on that she had on with all these men. And she know what kind of stuff that Zeno is in. Why you gonna jump your tail out? What can you do? What can she do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess if I'm there, like, honestly, if it was somebody that I love, I probably would jump out the car. Like, I probably would act like I could do something.
I'd be in the car. No.
Man, if I'm pulling off with the kids, I'm gone. I'm probably something enough for is my kids, and my kids better not.
Kids?
Well,
I'm
she
be
had
like,
no
let me
kids
beat
then.
them for you. Bring your little
Right.
Yeah, she was stupid.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so she tried to stop him. They said that they made a decision behind the decision that she didn't know, because he did have to send her home, and they took him. And then he came talking about, you have to go with him or he gonna kill the both of us. Like, that's
And why she just go? And why she just walk over there like nothing?
like it was two big old men to come and get her, but I'm like, if I'm going, y'all gonna have to fight me because I'm not for him. Man, y'all could take him, he could die. No. And I ain't seen nothing. I don't even know him. No.
Wait, y'all seen this movie?
Look, Antoine, who? We got no kids together, no nothing. Can I kill him for you? I'll do it for you. Can I go after I kill him?
I'll kill him.
Snitch if I did it, right?
Right.
Let me tell y'all who I pictured to be Zeno. And y'all, this ain't.
I was gonna ask you.
I was picturing, y'all seen this movie with the light skinned girl, pretty hair. She was she's like an old school type dresser and thinker or whatever, but her and her husband moved to this place, and she got this job at this firm or something. And then they made her be an assistant to this black client. He was tall, skinny, and dark.
Are you talking about? No, I'm thinking. Are you talking about Temptation?
It might be
Like by Tyler Perry with the light skin.
With light skinned girl and
the girl from Eve's Bayou.
Yes.
Oh, I know you're not talking about Lance Gross.
That's the man, the black guy.
The black guy who was her husband.
No. The other guy.
The one she was cheating with, they gave her the disease.
Yes. That's why I pictured him.
Can I tell y'all, I was picturing Lance Gross.
And
I was picturing her husband.
What does his look like?
He was on House of Pain. He was the son, the stupid son.
Oh.
I saw him play bad.
Oh, him. Okay.
I played bad before, but because he's so black, like that's the only
right.
trying to get somebody.
She say he chocolate, and then he got a big thing, and he know how to use
his
it.
body is like.
Well, he's from Africa. He's from Africa. He's a Nigerian half.
Okay. But no, that's my head went to him because I was just trying to put somebody who was like just pure, just dark chocolate, right?
Right.
My head went to him. I couldn't do like Morris Chestnut because he kind of like older.
No.
So I was like Lance Gross. I couldn't think of like anybody, but that's who I picked.
Because he ain't cute. I don't think he's cute.
Nah, Zeno fine.
I think Zeno fine is a.
I don't think he was cute. I think he might have had a nice body.
Zeno fine.
No.
She said he looked good.
His personality didn't make him cute, but he like if it wasn't for that, she wouldn't. Nah. Oh, he was everything. He was better than Antoine. Antoine was light skinned.
Of course, that
100%. I love chocolate.
That's why, you know what? Wait, after she had been with him for all this time, all these years, and he was just sexing her up, and she was loving it. Why would she think about going back to Antoine? I didn't understand that.
He didn't understand that either. He was like, the only time you love me is when we having sex. Because he like, this is what kind of got to me because 4 years, 2 kids. She's been there. We know the situation. Girl, wait, hold up. Because when she got there, I had to tell Angelina about this scene. When they brought her to this house and she had asked her if she go to the bathroom. She was like being real, like just shy and quiet or whatever. And then when she came out, this fool was in the hallway with some dogs.
2 Doberman.
Man, that's so messed up.
You can make it to the door before these dogs get you. You can go.
Like,
man, that's so evil. I just hate him.
That was horrible.
That made me think of what's that show with the drugs, the black skin, dark skin man. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
New Jack City?
Yeah, New Jack City.
And in the show, I'm like, the only thing I think about the dog is New Jack City.
Yeah, dogs.
Oh my god.
Or one dog.
Yeah, because Martin did that. That was so stupid.
Girl,
she hates him because look how he treated her. Like she was just his property. Like, right.
It was basically like, I own you now. That's how it took. I own you now.
That's what he said.
You know,
mine.
I
would always
you're
hate
mine. How could she love you? Like, how could she love you? And then he gets mad, you know, after all these years, like, because he thinks he's fallen in love with her, but he don't know her.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
He loves her, but you're not in love with her because you don't know her. But she's your wife, you know, she's doing the things that you told her to do. She's following, you know, in line and stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't want the dogs to get me. I don't want to die. So
That's
yeah, I'm gonna follow
thing.
your stupid rules, and I hate you.
Right. And
I would have killed him.
How you gonna do that?
Poison.
With his knife poured, yep.
I wouldn't have made it bloody. I would have poisoned him. I would have poisoned his food.
She don't cook. She cook fried bologna sandwiches.
I know, dog. That's
he got access to the kitchen. And look, Brian,
them people ain't gonna. They ain't gonna let her mess up their job. They don't want to die.
Yeah, other people might die, you know. But still, this is the price I got to pay because I'm not nobody's daggone, you know. And basically, he said he called her his trophy when she first got there. So how is she supposed to feel about your stupid self when that's how you acted and that's how you talked to her the entire, like, when she first got there, and then you threatened to freaking have your dogs eat her, or you can say, oh, that'll make me mad. Like, no, like, how can I have any type of anything for you besides hatred?
Girl, Dwayne read it. He was at 90% last night, and he was like, I was like that the dude was wrong because he snatched her up from what she knew, and she was practically like a slave to him. No, he was like that. He took her out of a bad situation, and he gave her all these things. I said, life is not all about all these things. No, cares about money when you get. Even though Antoine wasn't that, but I'm just saying if he was.
But that's what she was saying. That's exactly what she said. See, that's the thing. It's like men are over here and then women are over here.
They think all they can have to do is just buy us. No,
it just like we deal with the heart. We deal with what makes us feel happy and special. Right. And if you don't provide, you can provide me everything physical, like the material things, and that will never make me happy if you are not my friend, if you do not love me, if we're not like, you know, that don't matter. And that fool didn't get that.
Nope.
He didn't.
The whole time he didn't get it.
Man, that made me so mad because I felt like if he would have gotten it just started wrong. So it ain't nothing that could have changed. It just started wrong. He should have never taken her.
Nope, not like that.
Nah.
She probably would have came willingly if he had to did it a different way.
Yeah, like okay.
Supported her, yeah.
When he asked her. Anyway.
At the end, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so we see that like she's unhappy. He is like constantly always telling her he loves her. He's like, it's almost like it's not a front because he actually thinks that he does, but it's like he just trying to let it be known to everybody. And then everybody see her not loving him back. So it makes her look like a bad person or whatever. Like, how, girl? Like, in this situation, how?
Everybody, her friends, everybody.
Right, even her friends, y'all. Like, the people who know her. They were like at the beginning, yeah, you know, nah, because you know you looked unhappy, you know, the situation, but now you should be grateful. I mean, look, I'm thinking about this whole. She got these nannies. She got to deal with kids all the daggone time. She don't even bathe her kids. I'm like, Nick, if I want to bathe my kids, I'm bathing my kids.
Right.
Like that, she gave him all the control. Like, she don't relinquish everything.
And it ain't like she was doing something.
Right.
She had nothing to do.
So, like, no, that whole part when she left and talk about how the struggle was to take care of your kids, like, girl, shut up.
She never did that, girl. She never had to feed or change her.
Ashley, I don't care.
It is I wouldn't mind like the help around the house, like somebody cooking, somebody cleaning, like take that off my but my kids though, I don't need you to entertain my kids. They're my babies. Like, I got that. Like, if I got something to do, hey, watch it for a little bit and I'm gonna come back. Like, I'm gonna take care of them. I'm gonna bathe my kids. Like, I don't want nobody doing that for me. But again, if she wasn't running no business and massive stuff, she ain't doing that. So again,
she wasn't doing nothing.
Doing that.
being available to him whenever he wanted.
I guess the way we see Zeno was just, he had an anger issue.
Controlling, anger, evil.
Everybody would have to be aware of his bad moves. You know, like, okay, he ain't one of them moves. I'm not finna talk to him. He ain't finna mess with him. Like, that's how even his people were. Like, nah, I ain't talking to him right now. That dude, you know, you tripping. Like, I feel like he could snap and kill anybody at any moment because that's how he acted. Like, he was just never got them. Like, we got them. Like, that's just how they are. It's just the feel of the house. Like, when he's there, it's just like intimidation in the room. Like, you know, it's just that's the type of air he has. But like, I ain't lying with the whole wash with me thing. Okay, we can do that. Come wash with me. Okay. I like that part. Like, I ain't gonna, that bed, I was imagining the room because she said it was like the size of a 3-bedroom apartment and the bed was like super massive. I'm like, how are y'all? Why is everything so massive?
Right.
I can't.
But set me up with that house. Set me up with it. Well, I ain't even gotta have the whole house.
No, just a piece of it. Give me a little staff quarters. I'm sure that's big enough. Who got staff quarters? Okay, a whole house for the staff.
That was ridiculous, right there.
And did he say it was a moat? Did she say it was a moat like around the house?
Something, yeah.
Or some kind of that. Crazy. But
acres on acres.
This girl, we see that she don't like him, but then we also see how they are in the bedroom, right? And then even after that, all her thoughts keep going to Antoine. Let me talk to Antoine. Even though it can get me killed, it can get him killed. I gotta talk to Antoine. It's like, I guess seeing him brought back all of the
freedom that she used to have, being able to be herself and not being scared.
Like you said, because that was her choice to be with that person. And that's when she used to have freedom. She don't have no freedoms. She can't have a car. She can't go nowhere by herself. She can't really see her friends very often because it's always somebody can come after you because of me. Well, Negro, stop being so daggone illegal with all your stupid stuff so I can have a normal life. You got the money. But anyway, she ended up, how did she talk to him? I can't remember. She remembered the phone number, but she had to get rid of the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
She asked Brian to get her a cell phone, a burner phone from the store.
That's what
she's like. Just get a pregnancy test. That's what she get though. Asking for court.
That is what she gets. She said that was the pregnancy test with the big boy.
Just act like you had to go get a pregnancy test for me.
And the heifer was pregnant.
Yep.
Wow. But you still trying to run around, like, sit down now. I feel like if I was pregnant, I was like, well, shoot, that's just all right. I'm just stuck in limo. You know, I'm not gonna still try to like pursue Antoine or any type of friendship, whatever with him. I don't know. I'm just saying, I know that she's like felt like she was in prison, but after 4 years, I see kind of what everybody else is saying. Like, you just need to get used to this, like, to make it your own life. Like,
after 4 years, you ain't going nowhere.
I mean, you got 2 kids with the man too. Just, you know, make the best of, you know.
I'm still plotting getting away from him. I don't care if it's 10 years. Away. I don't care. I'm gonna find my way. Me and my kids.
That's one thing, but
definitely ain't taking the kids.
It was just her
known that.
In it. You know what I mean? So it was like try to make some type of happiness within this situation. Cause you are kind of stuck. Like that's how that's how it kind of was. But
I'm killing them.
Antoine is just that thing that she just, I guess it was just a connection to who she was, you know, before all this happened, instead of her seeing he was the daggone reason why all of this happened.
What happened to her? What happened to her daddy and the brother? I know the mama was sick and she died. Did she ever say? I don't think she ever said.
She had a mama, a sister, a brother, and a daddy. All of them died.
Right. But she said the mama was sick.
I don't
Didn't they get a car accident?
I don't remember that.
It was brief. She didn't really say, I guess. I thought she said it once though.
But that was the thing though. And I swear, because I know somebody like this, but that was the thing with her, even though Antoine was a bad person, right? He was there during that really, really, really difficult time for her. So that attachment to that grief that she was going through, that's what kept her with him no matter what. And I've seen this crap happen.
It's like y'all I got.
Like it's not even I'm like, this dude is so trash. What is you doing?
So
They can, no matter what they do. You know, it was like that was the last connection I, you know, before or during this time, and they just want to hold on to that. I'm like, that's a deeper, you know, thing. But I've seen that. Thank God they never had kids together, child.
Right?
Oh, that would be bad. But that's just the familiar part of it. So she ends up meeting up with Antoine, and they talk, and all he kept saying is, "Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you." Da, 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 da. And all this stuff he's saying to her, I'm just like, man, no. I just, every word, he just makes me cringe because I just didn't get a good feeling about him
at all. At all.
And it was just too immediate.
Right. Like, you ain't seen me or heard from me in 4 years, and now you saw me. Oh, I miss you. I love you.
For real. It was just.
And you with somebody, and you got a baby, but you're missing and loving me.
Right. Come on, man. I just,
I'm like, I'm trying to get rid of this man. So let's kill him and let's get this money. You could take half. I'm gonna take my half. We're gonna go split ways. Okay?
I mean, that's kind of what he was trying to get her to do anyway. You know,
but and I feel like the reason why she didn't want to do that because she loved him. She just didn't want to say it. Me, you the way you did me, you freaking think I'm your property bet. Watch how this property works.
See, but I'm pretty sure by this time he wasn't treating her like property.
I don't care. I still remember how you treated me.
There was some ignorant stuff he said in the beginning. I just don't feel like that just happened. Like after you became a family, I feel like that was a whole different situation. But at the same time, of course, you ain't never gonna forget that. Because it's just a bad situation. It's just a bad situation. But either way, she ends up finding different ways to communicate with Antoine. We meet.
But deep down, she loved him. She loves Zeno because Antoine was trying to get her to do stuff, and she loved. My bad. She loved Zeno because at the end of the day, Antoine kept trying to get her to do stuff that would hurt Zeno, and she's like, "Nah, I can't do that. Nah, I can't do that.
Like,
I can't have sex with you. I can't do none of this because like it just don't feel right." So if you feeling this way, you clearly love this man. Like, but I guess she couldn't see it for herself, but. The way she was acting, admit it. Me, I would have found a way to kill him within a year at least.
You would have been dead.
I guess I would have been dead then because you ain't finna treat me. No.
Everybody gonna die.
Everybody, I guess we all just gotta die today because I ain't going nowhere.
She got pregnant like early on.
Yep.
In that
I guess so. Shucks.
Yeah,
I think I would have died that day because I wasn't gonna get out in the car. I don't know how that would have went, but
what that day when he sold her to the devil?
Yeah, I wasn't his to sell. I'm not nobody damn property.
Like that's the part I don't understand. How I guess it's just a fear because
right.
What? Like, no, I'm not gonna, like, how you just gonna send me to sell me to somebody and say, oh, you're his now? Nigga, I wasn't yours.
But I'm not yours. I'm my own one.
I would see that would have been a really, really big fight. And Zeno,
we all would have been fighting. I guess we all would have died that day.
Like that, nah, he wouldn't even wanted me no more. Cause I don't even know. I don't know. It depends on how good I felt being there. Cause that seemed like paradise. But
nah, man, no, I don't care what you got.
Like, because if you look like your property, look like I'm kind of slow with that. If you look like, the situation how it started could diminish. Looking how you looking, doing me how you doing me. I don't know. But still, she was stuck on Antoine. She was stuck on that. And she was stuck on like telling herself that she hated her husband because of how everything started and how everything was. But over time, she's like rebelling, obviously, being, more and more like, I guess, open to telling and just saying how much she doesn't want to be there and hates it there and stuff like that. And
they reminded me of Snoop Dogg. I hate you. I don't like you either, punk. Like, baby boy.
Baby boy.
But she reminded me of a little kid. I hate you. But yeah. Okay.
I want to say, when did it happen when she, like, what happened that made her finally like want to walk out with the babies? Not before he got hurt, but it was like, I know it was certain, like, different things would happen, and she would like, she was doing something, and he ended up making her go to like the whorehouse with them for some party or something, because she did something that he didn't like. I can't remember what it was, because I know
he was at the time he found out that she met up with the dude.
Was it the car? Didn't she asked him for a car, and he was like, no, and that's like, that's it, because that's the only thing I like about him. It's like his way or no way. Like, if I say no, that's it. Like,
well, after he got her the whatever she wanted, she ain't need it, because you knew she was going to go see Stupid, so she ain't really need it.
No,
so she need to go.
But she do need her freedom, no matter what she's trying to do. She shouldn't be having to stay at a certain spot, be a certain way. I just don't like him.
She just needed to act right, be smart.
The same person. You know, she saw what the girl was going through, and she would try to talk to her son, you know, about what his wife needed and what it, you know, it is like for the marriage. If this is a real marriage, then y'all gonna have to treat it like a real marriage, and y'all gonna have to, you know, work on things and compromise and all this kind of stuff. And he
I like his mama.
He thinks what he's doing is protecting her, so he thinks what he's doing is the right way.
Right, because he giving her a better life, better things than what she didn't have. Nothing. She had.
So he feels like she should be.
I had freedom.
Just do what her say, because look at all this stuff that she gets.
Right.
And that's just the wrong way to look at it. And then I don't know. She kept trying to convince him. She got the car because the mama talked to him, but
she wanted to go take the kids to the park. Remember?
It was a lot of
stuff. Like, no.
Shoot.
That was just a way of trying to escape.
He did say no by going to the park. I'm like, man, come on. Who are you? Like, who really trying to assassinate your butt? Like, go sit down somewhere. Nobody care about you. But he went out of town a lot for different business reasons. Lord, I have to stop about that club that he went to in the strip club when they was out of town.
And he drugged that girl.
But then the girl boyfriend had came. Like, I thought he punched him. I didn't know that one punch was a knife in his hand.
You know, there was a slice of.
Oh Lord, that boy crazy. Just because somebody called him a F boy, that's it.
Yeah,
I feel like that. That's the part I don't like about, like, you can't just kill
like
people.
Disrespect me back. You dead.
Oh my gosh, you can't just.
You know what? I wouldn't have did shit. Nothing. I would have been just like her. Listen to everything you said. I'm not trying to die. I got no.
Look, because
what you say, sir? I need to do what? Okay.
His girlfriend is the one that came over there trying to give him a doggone lap dance. What's that?
She got mad just because he didn't want it. He was telling her,
right.
Why you getting mad, bro? Like, if everybody go dance on somebody who wanted it. Like, it was your fault. It's not.
Listen,
really
the dude ain't have to die for that though.
I know. It's not really a
God, leave.
That's crazy. But like, that's the type of person the girl is dealing with. So again, make your own happiness in this prison, okay? Because you can't die now. You got kids. You gotta live for them kids, you know. And a baby on the way. So yeah. But
yeah, you're right.
She kept pushing to get up out of there, which, I mean, I get, because she kept telling herself and everybody else how much she hated him. Like,
she wasn't thinking though. She wasn't thinking. I understand you want your freedom, but you don't have nothing. You don't, what they say, you don't have a pot to piss in for you or your kids. You have nothing.
No, he rich. I ain't signed no prenup. So you finna pay, and I'm finna get away.
He ain't gotta give her nothing. He ain't gotta give her nothing. And he loved those kids. He loved them. He spent time with them. He loved them. And you know he ain't letting them go.
Mm-hmm.
He's stupid. She was stupid for thinking that he would.
All right. So it's like a lot of the sex scenes were just,
awesome is what they were.
They were so good. I was like, ooh.
Every time.
Like, how is that possible? Your leg this way.
Put her in position.
What they was doing?
But even when they're at the whorehouse in the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah. When old dude was like, they said, what girl you want? And he pointed at her. when she was down there. About
Oh,
I was like, oh,
Oh man, that was funny.
He might die. But it was just funny how much like she rebelled against him, and I don't know. He let her get away with a lot, and he crazy. So I'm like, he gotta love you. Like he
got her though.
Love for you.
Whenever she messed up, she was gonna get it, and that was during the sex. That was her beat down. He tore her tail up, honey. Tore her up.
Listen, I would have rebelled all the time.
He did. True. That's why
Dang.
she so much.
Look, now we know why she rebelled so much.
Just tell him what you want. Stop being stuck. Just tell him. But child, please. So okay. So there's the queen is a girl, like woman who just really, really wants Zeno. And Zeno, like, bro, I'm married. Whatever we had, before I'm married, I'm staying faithful to my wife. So it was times that I didn't know if he was true to that or not. But apparently he was. And
I was surprised at that.
I know, right? Queen had can we say apprentice? I don't know what to call the girl. Whoever. Who was under her, Sasha girl. Queen had Sasha. Sasha was the person who was like just almost like her assistant, but someone who's like grooming whatever within the crime fake family, whatever it was. So all of a sudden this girl started talking to Frankie. Frankie had a good life. She could just sit over somewhere and just read, and her kids be taken care of. You gotta be worried about it. So like, no. But
it's funny how you went to that.
Be just reading and you like, girl, stop. She ain't gotta cook a lick. She ain't gotta clean nothing. I'm just saying that's a nice
and everything. Yeah, she do got
that's
the life.
That's the life.
Your husband,
but listen,
what he just fine is fine, and then he can do the same thing. Like, girl, look, I will be a prisoner to that. Like, I'm all women empowerment, but like that don't sound that bad,
You sound just like her friends. That's so messed up.
Yeah, that don't sound that bad.
Take me,
man.
But no, so she go through all this weird, like we see how that, but she has this attitude always around everybody. She don't really talk to his people like that. So for Sasha to like come up to her and just like strike up a conversation, she's like, "Why are you talking to me?"
I knew. I'm like, no. As soon as I said, "No, what you want? No, don't talk to her." No.
I was putting 2 to 2 together with different things because I remember when what's his name? And I almost suspected Brian, but I was like, I don't know. But with Antoine, when he kept like knowing things about like moves and stuff, and she was like, "How you know all this kind of stuff?" He's like, "The streets talking," and I'm like, "Well, how?" And then we see how he got an inside person.
But then I thought that too, and I was like, it couldn't be Sasha because she don't know everything. She don't be around everything. She really at the whorehouse.
Yeah.
She don't really. So it's not her. I couldn't. I know who it was.
No, I didn't.
Everybody seems so loyal around him.
Right. That's the thing.
So I was like, I didn't know who it was, but when it was Brian, I was like, yep, that's why he was cool with doing stuff for her because it was so. Yeah,
that's why I was like, well, why is he helping her? And then
why would he drive her here? Why would he put her there? Drop her off for her kids when he why would you do all of that kind of stuff? Now
and the man got eyes.
Right. Like it's so stupid. But when Sasha was talking to her, I kind of had like, bruh, it better not. But because I couldn't, the reason I said Sasha, because I couldn't pinpoint anybody else. Because everybody else seemed like they've been with him longer. And seemed like they were more loyal. And she was like kind of like the new person that was under Queen. And she was there at the meeting. So she was there at the house with, so I was, that was a little something. And then she was saying how if you ever need help with something, let me I was
right. I'm like, girl.
I passed by his shop, when I go, like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, I thought she was one of the people that was for Antoine. Right. But I didn't pinpoint Brian into the end. I was like, dang, that dude makes so much sense. But I didn't catch him then. But everybody else, like Dino, Like his people, I'm just like, nah, like they for him. Like,
like Spider,
even
like
Queen, I was like, she for him. Like, if anything, she's trying to if anything, she's just trying to take
Frankie's
spot. Like, she ain't listen. So I didn't know who it was besides Sasha.
Frankie is so naive. How stupid can you be?
That was real stupid, bro. Like,
very stupid.
I would have been suspicious to the point where you're trying to get me set up so I can get hurt by my like, so you know, like something dumb, like, cause you been queen anyway. Y'all trying to get
I'm like, don't do it.
But
don't do it.
They did.
But she did it.
Pass the notes, okay. Pass the little love letters and stuff to this Negro. You know, and him every time he wrote a letter, like apologizing for something he said or something stupid, it just made me mad because every time they were together, all he was trying to why though? But all he kept trying to do was have sex with her. Like why did he want that? Why did he want
so bad?
I kept thinking, man, that fool gonna have it recorded or something, and then he gonna send it to Zeno. Like something's gonna get him killed, first of all, because I would wait for him to die. Like that's for real.
Right. I wanted him to Ben die.
When Zeno had
Ben died.
I think it's after the first conversation, just when they had a conversation at the bakery. Zeno and them came at his shop, man, and beat him up, and then Zeno put the knife at his neck. I was like, I know he's not about to die. I'm like, it's no way I'm talking to this girl no more if I'm about to die from just running at a freaking bakery. Which I thought that was overkill. He had to do all that.
And then he burnt down the doggone place.
He is crazy.
Oh.
When they gonna learn?
Like, I guess it's again, why was Antoine so stuck on getting him and getting all of his stuff when you're the one who gave the girl to him?
Right.
Ugh.
So you wouldn't die. And now you're acting all stupid.
Anyway, so
it's making me mad.
It does, because it's just so. I promise y'all, wanted him to die every time I saw his name on the page. Like, can somebody just kill him now? Antoine got on my nerves. But you saw like times that Antoine was like talking to other people and plotting with other people about getting at Zeno because they want him dead and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay. So the ugly dude with the cockeyed and the messed up teeth and the Quez, yeah. I can see him, but I don't have nobody who look like that. But
no, we don't know nobody like that.
But he was just talking to him about killing somebody, and then you kind of see like the different connections between different people. But the one thing, like closest to the end, when Sasha was on the phone with Quez, and you're like, oh crap, now Sasha talking to Quez, that's her dude. And they're with Antoine, and she said something about her brother, and I'm like, who was her brother? And then I started thinking about everybody in the group. Like, could it be like
right? That was, and when she was talking to somebody, I kept going back. I'm like, did I miss something? Who is this talking? It wasn't Antoine.
Right. I thought at first I was like, wait, it's her brother Antoine? I was like, nah, because they mentioned.
I was like, it can't be because she would have known Antoine brothers because she met all his family.
Yeah.
They never said. I was like, man, what's going on here?
You know who the brother was. Oh my gosh. So she's been meeting up with him, with Antoine. They have not like had sex or anything, but she's been meeting up with him. Y'all remember the time that she had left after Queen? Oh, he was playing games when Queen had came and she was there for like breakfast or something, and they were like talking at the table.
There. And his mom was there.
Oh, his mama was mad. Like, are you for real?
Okay, right? But she freaking called him what's the name in bed. Didn't she do that?
They wasn't having sex. She was asleep.
Oh,
she was dreaming.
Asleep. Yeah, she was.
She's like, Twine, stop. I was like, no.
That's why I was like, oh my gosh.
And then you had already gave her a card or whatever. So you thinking she went and F that dude because we'd have been together 4 years and this, now you calling out his name like in the bed with me when I grabbed. He wrong for what he did, but I understand why he did it.
What you said? Huh?
Ah, man.
What? I was waiting on something. I knew something you said, girl.
Bad.
You can't help but turn. You can't help but say something positive on Zeno's side. You can't help. he was a bad guy, and everything that what happened went down was horrible. But he did have some good things about him, even though we know the situation.
Yeah, you don't. But that
I don't want them still.
Okay, that whole queen throwing her in the face. Like, don't do it. You don't care about me anyway. You already said you make it clear that you don't love me. Okay, but don't do that. Like, and then in front of your parents, bro. Like, come on, man. That's too much. So she left the house.
She was like, bet.
I was so surprised how she got out. How could they let her just walk out like that?
Because he was so mad. He was so hurt that he got called Twan. He decided to try to hurt her. I wasn't worried about her at the time.
She was able to get out of the house. Nobody.
He be watching security and stuff like he be saying, but obviously not at that time because he's at the table. But I'm like, ain't nobody watching
the table with Queen.
Nobody
watching it. Like,
look, and old dude let her use his phone.
Oh, he knew he was gonna die. He was scared. He thought he was gonna die for that.
Girl, they got cameras. That's why I understand how she get out. I'm like, they watching her, they following her.
That's what I thought. They just weren't. Nobody was watching the cameras, man. I mean, he would have. Of course, they would have thought that would have happened, but nobody was watching them, and she got away.
Yep.
And, oh shoot! Then she went to Toya. Wait, what's her name? Toya?
Yeah, I think so.
Toya. Okay. She went to Toya, and Toya trying to talk to her about her man. Like, bro, like, just, like, chill out, And why Antoine? I don't like, nobody likes Antoine.
Nope.
He's not trash. I like when she was like, oh, so he was, if you don't want him so bad, wouldn't you be happy that somebody is but she was just throwing it out there, like letting her know, like, you care for him because this hurts you.
Of course.
And I was like, you're right. She do care for that. I wouldn't.
No, it's more than
she loved him.
But she keeps going back to Antoine. That's okay, irritating me. But he keeps trying to sleep with her and trying to kind of get her to trying to tell her let's do it this way, or he want him dead, and she's kind of defending the fact, like, don't kill him, like, I still care, he's still the father of my kids, don't kill him. So that should have Antoine act like he was just like, I don't care what he said, like, everything was act like to him. He act like he was jealous and he cared, when he saw that she actually had feelings for her husband. Like, shut up.
He didn't care about her. He didn't care about her from the beginning of this book.
Because remember when she had the ring on.
I agree that he didn't.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna wait.
No, I was just like she had the ring on when he saw him. They saw each other at the bakery, and then the other time when they were together, she didn't have the ring on anymore. And he was asking her about that, and I was like, that's when you kind of see, like, he a sleazy person, because I was like, right. Worrying about the ring,
right?
It has nothing to do with any. That's all. Obviously, he wanted to sell it to sell it. Now I didn't know how much it worth, but like he was real sleazy about everything. Like, all of his conversations with her just always seemed like it was something on another level for him to get something out of it.
Right.
I agree with you on all that, but I still think that he still wanted her back, though, because because they were like, let's just go kill him, but he was like, let's get her out first. Like, he was hesitant on killing Zeno because he wanted to get Frankie out first.
He ain't never care about that girl.
I ain't saying he cared as in he truly loved her, but I do think he wanted her as a trophy.
Like Antoine, like he getting her back.
Like, hey, I got her back, and I got all his money. I felt like it was like a bragging thing for him. He still wanted her.
But y'all have everything that me and you said we was gonna have, and all we gotta do was kill him, and we can still have all that. Like, you didn't work for that. No, it's not yours.
He's stupid anyway. If you kill a man, they gonna kill you. They ain't gonna let you live. Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she got back home. Because everybody was obviously worried and looking for her, like they know, because he took her to some house that he has that nobody knows about.
Yeah,
and he was talking like, if she can get her kids out, like he's like, I can take care of y'all. Y'all can stay here. Y'all is kind of bull crap. And she
all of these promises.
She was buying it, but she was like, okay, that's in the city, so we got to be somewhere else. But they was like, okay, well, you could, she mentioned his grandmama having this apartment over, like somewhere in the country, I don't know, having an apartment over her house and stuff. So they made this plan, like if she get out, like that's what it was gonna happen. And then she got home. It was a huge fight. Like even the mama stepped in.
Oh, and she told him that she hated him.
Yeah, like that was really explosive. Like it was just like, dang, like why? It's like I felt bad for him, but it was like, man, why are you keeping her there? She don't want to be there. He just wants her to love him back so bad, but she don't want to be there. I would have been
when he said all stuff about Antoine, I was like, dang, he worse than what I thought he was. Like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because it's like she didn't know the truth about a lot of stuff.
Right.
And that was
your money to go spend it on another girl's money and brag about it.
Your parents' house, like after everything.
Dang.
She knows all kind of stuff. And everything that he said about Antoine, I believe. But anytime Antoine said something about him, I was like, man, nah.
Right.
I just did it because I feel like that was the person who would have more to gain if she felt like, or like he thought he did. But she kind of saw, she didn't really believe it all because she questioned Antoine about it later. But soon after that,
I asked him how long he been with Keisha. I was like, dang. Like, why he didn't tell her all this at the beginning? Maybe she would have been like, maybe if he would have sat down and had a conversation with her, like, hey,
or all three of them.
But if you want to be back with him, that's fine. Maybe she would have stayed with him. I don't know.
In the beginning, she probably wouldn't believe none of that. But eventually, yeah, she should have known like who the real person was that she was dealing with and who she was just fighting so hard to want to be back with. Well, like not really. So we get to this meeting that this dinner that Zeno has with this, I don't know, some guy, I don't know, gun dealer or something. And then she acts like she's sick and she gonna go home. And then Sasha, you supposed to take her home, but end up taking her to the Waffle House to meet old dude. And when he was having the little conversation with somebody else, I knew it. I was like, I know that they planning something. I knew something was gonna happen because I felt like that's it. They got the phone call, and this is the point. This is the turning point that I ain't like Frankie when they got the phone call and dude got shot up, right? Her husband got shot up. He's the only person who got shot up and he's in the freaking ICU fighting for his life. She doesn't show up until a little later. Everybody else is like panicking and stuff. She doesn't show up. And then she finally comes for like 5 minutes and then she leaves and goes home to pack to get her kids and go.
Oh, you ain't say what she said to him.
What?
When she went in there to see him, she's like, I don't know if you can hear me or not. But she was saying how she said, I'm sorry. I don't even know if she said I was sorry, but I'm taking the kids. I'm gonna be gone. I don't know if you're gonna live or die, but I'm gone. Yeah, I was like, that's why she cold. She was naive. She's cold. She just a daredevil. She was all. She was wrong.
I ain't like it. Like I ain't feel bad.
Oh, so she did him just like he did her at the beginning. If you can listen, if you can live out of this, maybe you can come get us. If the dogs cannot kill you and you can get there before you good. I sure would have been like, well, if you can live past these gunshots, I guess you can come find me and the kids. Just like
loved him.
If I could live past them dogs, I would have been able to leave. Remember?
She loved him then, but she just didn't want to admit it. She had feelings for him then. She just didn't want to admit it. And when her tail left,
she was like, this shit hard, man. I gotta do all this. I ain't got no me time. And like this ain't it. This is small. This ain't
and Antoine kept like popping up. like saying he gonna be there, he gonna try to, and he just like going back
He
and forth
wasn't there.
going up for days. And his grandma even like, why you messing with this fool? Like,
Right.
his family's like, this is trash. Like, if your family is saying that, that's a red sign. I mean,
even if she didn't want to be with him in like a romantic way, be with Antoine in that way, why do you think you can depend on him now? When have you ever been able to?
She handled everything so wrong after that point. And I know like the part where he tried to sleep with her again, like that first night that they was there. And she was telling him, no. When did she tell him that she was pregnant? Was it then? No, it was later. But I don't understand how what she thought she was gonna be doing.
Right.
Like, what's the plan? Because you don't have anything, you don't have a job, you don't have any money besides the money you stole from his safe. What was the real like plan? Like, did you really just think that Antoine was just gonna like step in and be your new Zeno?
With nothing?
Like, I don't know. It was like, I get it, you sometimes you run, like honestly, like, because I did it. You run, without any of those things. You go to people who depend on, who you can depend on, but then you gotta know what the plan. You gotta have something like
right. You just can't run. Yeah, you free. You free, yeah. But then what comes? You gotta be able to survive with this freedom on your own. Yes. You can't do it. She couldn't do it.
She has a baby on the way. She
could apply for food stamps. She could apply for housing. She could have.
She ain't finna go that route.
I'm just saying she could have, and she could have looked for a job. She could have did it herself. She just decided to depend on people.
Further than that. I think she should have went by herself, to be honest.
Left the kids. She would have did better if she left the kids.
No, I meant like not doing it with Antoine.
Yeah.
Like not having to depend on him.
She was just stupid.
But this is where like everything kind of went down. Of course, then Zeno eventually wakes up and he realizes that she left or whatever, and like that killed him. Like that was, I'm done. I don't want her no more. I want my kids. But I know he ended up going to Africa with his family to rehabilitate or whatever, and she was there. Well, it was like 3 months. 3 months.
3 months.
But she was there at the house. So of course her belly's getting bigger. Everybody's now knowing she's pregnant. Antoine's still making promises that like I don't believe a word he says. I don't even understand how she does, but he's still making all these promises. And I remember the babies got sick. And she had to take him to the ER.
To the ER for sniffles.
But it's time for sniffles, right? Right? Oh my gosh. But they never had those running noses because they always have like the best care or whatever. So
right.
At this point, Zeno was back, and Zeno was like, F her, she could die. I don't care. I want my kids. And I don't know how, but they're resourceful.
Because she put her name in that system, child. When she put her name in that. Yes. How else? When she gave that information, she had no insurance. She had to give her name.
Maybe.
And then that's how they knew where they was at. And before you know, she had
maybe they followed her to the hospital because they knew where she was living at. They didn't
know where she was staying at. They did find out where she was staying at. So maybe they did follow her. But that was so creepy so that Benji, first of all, that little boy, little mouth.
Right.
He told her, you ain't my dad. I don't like you.
Yes, I like that. I ain't gonna lie. Don't let him know. Don't like you. I want to go home.
His little butt running off and stuff in the house in the little ER place, and she told him to sit down, and then food ran off again. George is her. Like George is somebody who like runs the household, but he still like be with so it's somebody that he really kind of respects and stuff too. So because I'm assuming he's older, a lot older.
Yeah. Like a figure, yeah.
But it's like he's almost like that other person in the ear, kind of like the mama is, about them and their marriage and like trying to make it work and stuff. But he comes and he's trying to convince her to like just come home, and she's like, is Zeno outside? He's like, nah, he not out there. He not out there.
He ain't nice.
Right?
He right behind you.
Like, how he not? Yo.
I didn't think he was there. For some reason, I thought George had found her and that
Me too.
he just hadn't told Zeno yet. I didn't think he was out there.
I
He was
Oh my
just
God.
trying to convince her, like, it's better for you to come home versus him
Right.
coming to get you. So yeah, I didn't think he was there until I said he wasn't outside.
They went into the thing, whatever. And I mean, it's just like, I mean, first of all, going to the ER is it's always a chaotic thing if it's like a busy one anyway. But they end up sending him back out, and then the boy ran and saw his freaking daddy, and she was like, "Oh, you said he wasn't here." So I said he wasn't outside, like he was behind it, like behind you watching this whole time. Like, how did she not feel that? I probably would have felt that.
Yeah, I feel people staring at me.
Right?
Like, bold now, man. They'll stare at you, and then you look at them, and they'll still be staring. I'm like,
look at you.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's what we do now.
Yeah. But so Zeno is like, Zeno had like no love, like no nothing toward her right now, and he was like, I'm taking my keys
because he thinks she didn't gave the goods up, and that hurt him.
Yeah, and then
left him in the hospital.
Right, that's the thing. So I'm like, and he's like, how did she leave? Y'all just go, I'm just gonna let her. Brian drove her. That's how she left.
And he was thinking about that then. Like, Brian
almost got kicked up time with his little slipper.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought she was gonna fight for them to have to pry them babies out of her hands.
Child, like her kids should be with her dad. I'll feel it too. I feel like they should spend time with their dad.
They would be better off, but she need to be there too.
But she already was feeling that the struggle. She learned that the struggle was real already before she went to the hospital. She had already realized what she was missing after she took them kids. She was on her own.
The hospital come to us. Like, we had a whole private person to come to us. That's nice. Woo, man.
Yeah. So
they wasn't around no germs.
She thought she was gonna get in that car too.
She did, right? She did. Wait, y'all leave without me? Yeah.
I know she wanted to get in that car in.
Get your freedom. And then them drive off with her babies. And I was like,
yep.
Shoot. Dang.
She had it bad.
Pregnant too. He was like, if that one wasn't still, I'd take that one too. I was like, oh.
I'm like, dang.
What's wrong with it? That was
he hurt.
He hurt, girl. That was rough. And then, oh my gosh, I was like, okay, so she goes back to the place where she was standing with Antoine grandma, and she's up there. It's like she's of course like done. You just sitting there, just like, what have I done? Like, what in the world? So she just sitting there thinking about everything and thinking about Antoine and everything. His food in the house. She telling him what she feeling and what she thinking. And she
bold with it too. Like, I was like,
very, very bold. The way she be with but
this one hit.
And
now she was stupid. Now
Zeno said that to her, talking about has he ever put his hands on you? Because I haven't. Has he? Like,
right?
Like he hit you?
He was like, oh, you didn't think I knew that, huh? I was like, dang.
How did he know all of that?
Me either.
People, honey.
But he this pregnant woman, pregnant, but he popped her.
Why he popped her though?
What did she say?
She was talking about his thing, that the sex that he was talking about is what he compared.
I don't want to have sex with you because my husband.
Yep, that is what.
I'm like, you stupid girl. You in this place with him, and you gonna say that?
This ain't Zeno, boo. Because Zeno ain't gonna put his Zeno, like, that man love you because he ain't never touched you and all the stuff you done said. Yeah. But anytime somebody say anything, they get a knife to throat. But you say he loves you. And then he forced himself on her. Like that part, I was like,
that's why you don't want to have sex with me, babe.
How you still there? I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I don't care how Zeno feel about me. I would have like, as soon as that happened, if I couldn't defend myself or kill him first, I would have been calling, and I would have told somebody to come get me, and I would have told him what he did. Come murder him. I'm sorry, just murder him. But I'm sorry. And she never told him. But again, of course, she didn't want him to know about him touching her either, because you know how Zeno was.
But that's what she messed up at. Once we done moved on from that, you know, and he was like, just tell me the truth. Did you have sex with Antoine? She was like,
no.
Well, no. Yeah, she should have told him. So he could have went and killed him just then.
Right? None of this would have happened, right?
Right.
All she had, because she didn't willingly do it. It wasn't consensual. He raped her.
Right. It
happened once, but he raped her. So that's what she should have been able to tell him.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, if it's rape, like, I mean, of course, you know, when you put yourself in this, all your fault, whatever. But at the same time, she didn't do nothing that she wanted. She didn't.
And I thought it was gonna come out.
I really wanted that to come out, but he died. Whatever.
No, you didn't want it to come out.
Why? No, I wanted her to tell him.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the part when they was face to face, him and Zeno at the end.
Oh yeah, everybody would die.
I thought it was gonna come out right there.
You know what?
Anyway.
I'm glad it did. But yeah, that happened. Okay, so the next night, this girl, that's why I'm still mad, because she was still there. There's no way in heck I would still be there after this did that to me. Like, I would have been thumbing it. Take me, but like, no, I would not.
Call her friend to come get you. That's what you do.
I've still been there. Like, are you crazy? So she's there another night waiting for him. Talking about why he came back.
She depressed, man. She like, I did all this. She feel like it's her fault, and she just like,
get a problem.
When stuff like that happen to you, it's like sometimes you don't do exactly what you would do in your right state of mind.
Yeah.
Like what we think and what we would do right now is different than like probably how she was feeling like that. That's devastating.
Yeah. Then somebody pulled a girl out the bed.
I thought it was him again.
I did too. Then it has to be like a whole bunch of girls just stomping her. She's talking about she's pregnant. Like, I don't care about
that. They say they ain't care.
Oh my God.
Evil. That's so bad.
Words like that. That was horrible.
Horrible.
And even if it's over a dude, which it wasn't, but even if it was over a dude that you're with, your baby daddy, who messing with her, she's pregnant. It ain't your baby daddy baby, but you don't know that. But she's pregnant, and like, you, like, for real, like, you do that to her just because, and they wasn't sleeping together. He raped her.
And look, and don't forget the money. How you knew where the money was?
Because that dude Shaw was looking for that ring again.
They knew exactly where that money was at because he told them.
Nah, man. And then like she just blacked out, and when she woke up, she didn't know where she was, and I was like, how did everybody like? How did they get to her? How did they know?
Right.
Like, what happened? Because she woke up not knowing where she was, but her stomach was flattened.
The grandma probably.
The baby was gone, and she was recovering from, being toe down, beaten by a whole bunch of girls. That's why I need weapons, man. And like if he did that to me and I ain't had no choice but to stay there, I need a gun under my pillow, fool, because if these to come back, I would have to shoot him. Like, no, I be wanting to shoot people just for saying stupid stuff to me.
You don't need no gun then.
I really don't. I already told myself that. I was like, I'll shoot somebody tire out. I'd be mad. But the fact, she ended up back home, and Jasmine, which the her mother-in-law, was there.
I love her.
Yeah, what are you doing? And she was in the servants' quarter.
That was fun.
It's still nice though, man. I don't care. Listen, it's still super nice, but I get it.
Right?
Trying to prove a point, but I'm like, sir, what part are you proving? It's still nicer than where I was at. I don't care.
And she still gets to, see they weren't there. Like the day after, like they took the baby. How you gonna take my baby to Africa and tell me?
He didn't care about her. Well, he really did, but
now, like, they don't need to see their mom like that.
No, they didn't. I'm just saying, like, you didn't even tell her that was gonna happen until she asked.
Yeah.
But she ends up recovering in the maid's quarters or whatever, they gave her clothes to wear because I was like, bro, like for real.
She was always so kind to them, so they loved her, you know.
Right, she was. So I think only a couple of them spoke English though.
Yeah.
But so
That's
she,
true.
you know, she's there, and I remember she came. She was still recovering. Remember, she had on like her whatever gown or something.
Yeah, gown.
She ended up walking to the main house, and she talked to him.
Why am I in the service office?
That's where your tail belongs. That's why.
That was
you lucky. You lucky you in there.
That was yeah.
First off, go ahead. Never mind. You got it.
I'm done. Go ahead. Don't hold back now. What?
Why she deserve to be there?
She treated him like trash. She didn't want to be there. We not okay. We already know how they got there, how they got to where they are. We already done been through all of that, right? He got shot up. She left, right? Then she got beat up. He brought her, taking care of her. He have to do that. But he did. She's lucky.
He had to put them dogs, threaten to put the dogs on her either.
Okay, we done moved on, sweetie. We done moved on.
4 years ago.
We done moved on.
That's too much has happened. In this little 3-4 months, like right at this point right now, forget them dogs. Like,
yeah. He didn't have to bring her back there. He didn't have to do that. She could have been recovering in a hospital.
Treat me as such.
As what?
He's the father of her kids, and she left him on his deathbed.
Because of how he treated her. He wrong.
How did he treat her though in the 4 years that they were together and married? I'm not talking about when he first got there. I'm saying in the 4 years that they were together and married, he still treated her like his wife. Like he loved his wife, gave her everything she could ever want. Of course, that don't always matter. Of course, it's deeper than that. But he didn't like mistreat her during that time.
How would you feel if somebody is so controlling and it has to be their way? Anytime you ask them something, you're scared to even ask somebody something because God forbid if I ask something that you don't like, woo,
that's my life.
I might get stabbed.
She love him. She love him. Frankie loves Zeno. She has been loving him for a long time now.
Yeah,
but she just didn't tell him. She has been loving him for a long time.
She ain't tell herself.
Right. So she when he brought her back to that house, she thought that all was forgiven and she was supposed to go back into that main house.
Exactly.
No, baby.
She was supposed to.
No, not after what you done did to me.
Everything, dog. And
no, you lucky.
You know that man love his kids.
Right. He
how he gonna see his kids on the deathbed? She didn't know. She didn't know that he was
really?
That's
the point. She didn't know that he was gonna live or die, but that didn't stop her from leaving, taking them kids and going.
Have the freedom when I'm on my deathbed. When I come back and you see I'm alive, come back. And then we act like that. But you left. Like you didn't even care. You didn't even try to find out.
Right.
She didn't even try to leave the country or something, or leave the state or something. She was so close that he was able to find her easily. She knows that he's gonna be able to find her.
She's small-minded. That's why she ain't do it. She ain't know nothing.
Whatever. I really don't like none of them anyway, so it don't even matter. But if I had to choose who to like more, who I disliked it, I guess the least, it would be her, because I disliked him a lot. But whatever. Go ahead.
It's Zeno or Antoine.
Yeah.
Oh, neither. But I guess
which one?
One, because she's not doing nothing.
Unfortunately, but no, if they the only two people left in the world, I'm just not gonna be with a man. I'm just gonna be by myself.
And you of all people, girl, let me hang up. Stop this recording right now. Stop it right doggone now.
If it's two men, Zeno and
you a freaking lie, dog.
I am gonna be by myself.
No, listen, if it's two men left, you going with the long dang-a-line. That's where you're going.
I will get toys. I'm gonna be all right. They make so many toys.
They gotta procreate anyway.
we done been with you. We done been with you and your men every month. Stop it.
I'm gonna be by myself on this one. I'ma stick by me.
But I think Zeno every day. Look, okay, he crazy.
Y'all can have Zeno.
We're crazy together. Give me a matching knife, okay? Because we just gonna have to ride it out. Because look, it's hard out here.
Okay? Give me a matching knife. Stop this. So you gonna have the blood on you? Well, you gonna be like him though? You don't like the blood? You gonna go take a shower right after?
Oh, I might have on a whole hazmat suit if I gotta kill somebody. But
okay,
so they can't wash me down though.
Wash me down.
You did every night.
Every night he was home. Yep.
And then he got a new towel every night. I was like, dang, that's nice. Dang, they do got a nice life. I ain't gonna lie. I want that life, but if I have to choose my life and have my freedom versus his life and that life and not have my freedom, I'm gonna choose my life. But listen,
I ain't nobody's slave. I ain't picking cotton. I'm not like whatever you want, sir, master. I'm not doing none of that to him. He's treating me like his wife. I have his kids. He do the same thing. We do it like I
like going places by myself. I like freedom. I like having my own car.
You can do that if you act right.
Right.
I gotta act a certain way. How about I just make my own money and I can act how I want to act?
She don't have no prerequisites. What she used to do? Did she have a job? Did she ever do anything?
She was in school for 1 month in college, and then her mom got sick, and then she dropped school.
At Wendy's.
Then she worked at Wendy's after
How was he stealing her money and she worked at Wendy's?
Because her parents died and left her stuff, man.
Man,
that doggone thug, I tell you. But yeah, Zeno, he still loved Frankie when she got hurt and brought her. That's why he brought her back to the house.
Was hurt. Like he was deep hurt.
He was.
He just wanted her to know that. He wanted her to feel it. But I mean that was the end of that part. And then this fool offered her a job.
He's like, I love her, man. He childish, man. She's like, oh, you want me to work? Bet.
Ooh, that was
she's ready. I love it. I love it for her.
That was a good
one. Dress.
That was good. That was funny.
And they was like, where your wife at? Oh, we're not playing kinky stuff. He just
this is for a punishment.
Yeah, he wanted me to. I was like, dang, he grabbed her out there real quick. Like, okay, you made your point. Okay.
And she stuck with it too. She was being a servant in the house. She was just talking about how quaint it was and like, man, okay, this is therapeutic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Big old house.
But she ain't never had to do that. She like, yeah, you know, like this is a lot. Like I appreciate y'all even more than she had already did appreciate them, which I love that about her. Like she loved everybody. Like she treated everybody good, no matter what. You know, some people they only treat the CEO good, you know. But she
reminded me of Belon. You remember how Belon was with the servants at house? That's how she was. And people like that are they're genuine good people. Both of them were super naive about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Men they was dealing with, but they were, at least one was a choice. But they were very, very like personable, and they appreciated what people did for them because they always had to do for themselves beforehand. You know, they had to struggle, so they understand, you know. So I appreciate that part of her to have that type of relationship with the people who did, you know, work there.
I think that's part of the reason why he loved her, because she wasn't about his money and just wasn't.
He said that, she wasn't for none of that stuff. Like that stuff didn't mean nothing to her. But she did her servant work, and I mean the most adorable thing that made me just
I just want to say he don't want neither one of y'all because y'all just like this lifestyle good, so y'all there for his money and he don't want y'all.
I'm not there for his money. I'm not there for his money. I just said that if I was in that situation, I would have just be appreciative of the situation I'm in versus me struggling with some no name who don't have nothing.
Right.
Who only takes from me and my Wendy's money instead of doing stuff for himself and then having it all up in his little whorehouse. That's what he knew him from.
And still asking for money after she didn't came. Can I get 1,000? Really, dude?
He asked her, like, what's your name? Hey, what's your name is? You know, trying to, and she's like, what?
I was smiling.
I like, that's when I started liking him. I was like, oh, why he couldn't do this the first time? You know, Why he couldn't just come up to her like?
It took all of this for him to try to see her, try to, listen to his mom. Like, the way you did it was wrong, and I remember her saying something about, it was something like what happened to him, but I caught it, but I didn't really, I was like, are they not his parents? But they still didn't say nothing. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
But this was the way you were supposed to do it. And he got her number. She was like, well, I don't have a cell phone. Like, they played the whole little cute thing out. And I know that made her feel all good, because she already loved him. And like, to have that side, that just like, okay, now I can actually do this. And that's why I said I would have been able, okay, because he would have had to do that earlier with me, because I probably would have made stuff hard. Like, prisoners away, warden. I would have been ignorant, I was like, he's not gonna kick me out. Forget that. But he started dating her, and that was the most
yes. I love that.
Learning stuff about each other they didn't know. Like, I didn't know you was this goofy, and,
right.
She was like seeing him laugh and smile like for the first time. Like, dude,
crazy.
Dude. And then that whole date when he took her out for lunch and she got to pick where.
I love that.
That was
funny.
The aftermath.
I thought he was boo boy, but he wasn't. He was throwing up.
I was like, he just too fit for me, because
and all his boys was there laughing at him.
I know
he don't eat this type of food.
That was funny. But that's when they were just learning so much about each other even then. And then like after the whole throw up situation, she stepped in when she realized he was sick, and she was helping him and stuff. And I
was nervous though, because when she saw that girl shoe, I was like,
girl,
I really didn't think he was doing that. I was like, we ain't had time to do all this. Like, he's so focused on her. But that man ended up struggling forever.
But yeah, that was the night that they laid together. He let her, they laid in the bed together, and she found out about him and his life, right? About was that the adoption stuff?
Yeah, man. So. They made her love him even more, because she understood him more. Yeah. It's just so beautiful for them. I don't want them, but it's just so beautiful for them, and I just love it.
It was nice to see them actually learning to learning each other, and she can find herself around him, and he sees her, and still, because he already has that love for her. So that part I was good with, and then she said she loved him back. So now it's almost like, okay, they're actually they did it. They're in love, like they have admitted it. They can move on and move past, all of this stuff. And then
can I get some clothes?
Oh,
she sounds so pitiful.
He came back in that room and knocked, and he was just like,
yeah, everything was
about what I said.
Donated it. He said I donated all of it. I was like, oh dang, well you could buy more of them. So.
Right.
Because they get seasonal clothes and stuff, so everything gets changed out. And I was like, oh dang. Because she was still borrowing clothes from the workers. That date when they all went to the club.
Oh, she was bouncing it, and he just could not handle it.
With that dress on.
Like
he was like, burn this dress.
Like, girl couldn't dance, and then we see Toya and what's the ditto? Yeah. So then that's like after that, she, because he was like, nah, bro, you can't, you got to burn that. You can't wear it no more. So like, you ain't say nothing when we got this. Before we got this, like, that's before you start dancing and stuff. Like, every time.
He's like, I never want
nobody. Like, he don't want nobody looking at his wife like that. Like, man, you gotta chill. Like, she got it. So whatever. But I just like how they were able to actually fall in love, because I know he thought he loved her before, but like I know he really loved her then. So now we get she gets back in the house. He kind of loosens the leash a little bit, she gets to like, it just seems more friendlier and like lighter and a happier relationship between the two of them. And then she gets the phone call through Sasha. Because I know, didn't Sasha give her a letter too? That's supposed to be from Antoine about being sorry. I'm like,
and then she threw it away.
She burned it. I almost got caught.
Yeah.
No. But the phone call that she got from the grandma through Tasha,
which was shaky. I'm like, why you getting mixed up? Why she mixed up in this with Antoine's grandmother? Because wasn't Sasha right there in front of her and said, did somebody want to talk to you?
Yeah.
Like, that was very weird. At first, I thought that was somebody on the phone playing like it was her.
I thought it was too, actually. And then the fact that she said that's nice of you to help her out or something.
Yeah.
How do you know what she needs?
That's what I said.
I never tell you.
Right.
What she wanted, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I was thinking she was suspecting something. And then when she went to talk to Zeno and she told him what was really, she was being honest with him. And she, he had that bag for her. I knew what was in the bag, right? I felt that what was in
I didn't know what was in the bag.
I felt, because she said, really? Because I felt like that's what it was, but I didn't know that it was like she actually had, but
her.
They, he was just being just the, the guy. Like, he was being the guy that we wanted, like, I wanted him to be the whole time. But
how much you need? 40,000.
40,000. And he was
I like, did it.
I like okay, wait a minute, okay. Because first, she was talking about she was gonna give, somebody to her friend, because she was a single mama, willing to help her out and stuff. But then she told him the truth, and he was like, "As long as
she was only giving her 20, so she really was about to do something for a friend too."
No, yeah, she was giving the 20 to her friend, but she was also giving the 20 to the lady. And he said, as long as Antoine ain't got nothing to do with it, like ain't around it or something. I'm like, how would he not if that's the grandma?
But why would she have to go there? See, that was the whole thing. If, okay, I understand you want to give her money, you want to help her out. Let somebody take the money to her. Why you have to go?
Get it to her.
But she wasn't supposed to. She did that. She did that though, because she was supposed to go with Toya to go shopping. She didn't say, I'm gonna go to her house and drop this off.
Shouldn't have
it's like the stuff. It's just the naive part of it, like, yeah. But instead of meeting with Toya first, she had, she thought it was gonna be a quick, here, take this, and I'm gonna go on by my business, type situation. And of course, she was being tailed. So, he always thinks she's gonna be safe because his people are always, following him around and making sure they're okay and stuff. So he didn't really think he had nothing to worry about. And when she get up in there, and the grandma's sitting there, and the what was like the uncle or somebody.
Matt.
He was like a little salty with her, and I'm like, what's going on? And why are they both?
No, she said he looked like kind of sad for her or something, sorry for her. Like,
it's like, it was the way the words he was saying or how he was saying it, but it was like suspicious. And I'm like, okay, why is he there? And then the grandma, at first it almost seemed like she didn't know why she was there.
Right.
So I was
like what?
Somebody else called? And then it all came down to the daggone.
And she said, I'm sorry they made me. I couldn't believe she did that though.
No, but I'm like, why? How would, like, did they threaten to kill the grandma if she didn't do it? Like,
yeah. Antoine gonna threaten his grandmother?
Okay,
so
he don't have no discrimination against who he doing wrong to. That evil man.
A buyer for this ring, and that ring must have been worth so much that he really didn't care. And so she's there, and we see that the Quez dude and Antoine are there.
That ring is worth millions.
Yeah. So,
and they really thought that they dumb.
They for real, bro. Like, they don't know nothing. And then somebody called Zeno telling him that, somebody's trying to, or like was a buyer trying to buy the ring, and everybody knows, whoever knows about the jewelry knows that that's a custom piece, and that was, his. Like, that's everybody who know.
Anybody that can afford that ring knows who it's for.
Yes. So he got a heads up, and Poe thing thought his wife betrayed him.
Oh, he was like, he gonna kill everybody else fast, but kill her slow. I was like, oh man, I hope she gets to tell him before he kill her. But I just thought she was gonna be a goner. I was nervous for her.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, she didn't do it. She didn't do it.
She wasn't gonna be able to tell him nothing. She at the house with him and she trying to sell my ring. Oh man. I thought she was done for.
Oh, that's so horrible. But they was gonna go and they was gonna get, and they were trying to reach Spider but couldn't. Or Sasha, they were together. So we know at this point. So we like, dang, we already know the Spider dead.
Yeah.
What got me was Keisha.
What?
Keisha being there, and Keisha and Sasha.
Oh.
And she was like, yo, uppity, blankety blank. If you pay attention to people, you'll see we look just alike. And she was like, man, when they was next to they could have been twins. I'm saying, but did she know Keisha like that? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think she did. I don't think she knew her like that.
I know Keisha trying to act like they was supposed to be friends or something. Like,
so we got Keisha, we got Sasha,
Byron.
Then we got Quez and Antoine. Like she's like I feel like she can't fight worth of nothing. That's how I look at it. She's real weak to me. So dude told her to take her ring off, and she said no. So he broke her finger. Take her ring off. And they put her in the back, and I thought Antoine was gonna try to do something to her again. While in the middle.
Because I didn't think Keisha would be okay with him sticking his thing in somebody else. Because they together,
I don't know.
I
don't look the way I don't know. But the person,
it sound like Keisha knew that he did that to her. It sounded like Keisha
knew everything. I think, I don't know. But Sasha, I wish that girl was harder. Like I wish she was hard. She would kind of like catch her one good time before they killed her. But anyway, however, how did the buyers not buy?
Because they called Zeno.
I remember they showed up though, because he said to act like you're still.
Zeno told them to show up,
Yeah, so
they could see what was in there. And then
yeah, because he didn't
because originally they was trying to buy, and then they told sent Zeno the picture and then Zeno's like, go there, and that's when Zeno found out that she wasn't there intentionally. Like they was just like,
yeah, they were
broken. She not here willingly.
So he was like, I kill everybody but her.
It was a good thing she got her broken then,
right? Because so they need to find new buyers, so now they're panicking or whatever, and then Zeno and his people are there, and I was at this point I'm still like, where is Brian? I'm thinking he dead, because he would have been in there by now, so I thought he was dead too. And then they saw his little goofy self go to the door, and he said, well, he's just gonna be a casualty.
All that time now he going to the door.
Now he going in, and she really thought that she had a friend.
Zeno, go get
Zeno, run. Yeah.
Girl, he ain't going to get nobody.
That's that part. That
he is their family too. Dang.
Girl, like how
you think related? He was helping you
this whole time? How you got two of these people with Antoine in your freaking house
all these years? Do you know how long they've been up in cahoots? Probably not. They probably been trying to take Zeno down. All this time.
Shoot.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You probably thought he was gonna have a old girl on the inside,
Yeah, Frankie.
Oh yeah.
And that was crazy. All them brothers and sisters. What happened to the granny? Did she get shot?
I figured they just left, like her and the son.
Remember they walked out. They didn't say it was any shots blazed that when they walked out. So.
They left. I feel like they just let them go. So yeah, they were talking. I remember they were talking or whatever, and then Brian, he looked and he saw that his sisters had the red dots on them, and then he saw everybody in the room had red dots on them. I was like, oh shoot, it's about to go down. I ain't know how shootouts are always exciting. I don't know why. Ain't they crazy? I don't like watching them, but I can read them. Oh, and old girl, she had to get behind the daggone chair and stuff. I'm like, girl, you better go in that back and go to the back room or something.
I thought she was getting saved when they say somebody grabbed her, but nah. It was Antoine being a hoe being a horrible person yet again.
Yeah, HAN, he a hand.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I'm not gonna say that, but that's what he was being. Yes.
I'm like, okay, so he snatched her up when everybody else down. Okay, everybody else down. Quez, he went out, but they said like, nah, that cockeyed dude, he dead. Like
he sliced him.
My knife went into that the good eye or something.
The good eye.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, you crazy, man.
I said, oh my gosh, okay, get your girl. Like, just come on. So he got her, and the only place, the only way he gonna hurt her, because he know he finna die anyway. He already coughing up blood, like Antoine. So I'm like, the only way that's gonna work is I thought he was gonna like shoot in the head or something.
Yeah. Himself?
I thought he was gonna shoot.
I thought he was gonna shoot her in the head. Yep, me too.
Head. But he ended up.
They shouldn't have hesitated though. When they had the shot, them red dots was on him, they should have just killed him.
They did, but it's just like he didn't feel the shot because
no. I'm talking about after he got shot originally, and then he was holding Frankie, and then they said that the dots was on his head again. They should have just shot him instead of waiting.
But he pushed the.
But his finger was on the trigger, though.
Yeah. He pushed her away and then shot her, and I was like, oh, come on, man! Like,
both of them ended up getting shot.
And then Brian,
both was dead.
Brian's still alive. She would take him or leave him. And then dude gonna say it's for my sister and shot that go Zeno. I was like, oh, then they like next to each other. He talking about stay. I was like, don't say stay.
Don't like that's the reason for the name. Lord, both of y'all gone.
Both about to die. So
no, I thought he was telling her to stay with him for them 4 years and love. Well, it should have been called love.
That before it was like stay, like be with me, but then he said the words like don't go. I was like, and she was already like eyes closed and like I was like, oh Lord, now they both dead. After all of this we went through.
Yes, I'm crying. I was like, yes, y'all gonna end this? I was so mad.
Set it off moment. Like, I don't like that. I still can't watch Set It Off because I
love Set It Off.
I watched it like a million times as a kid. I ain't watched it no more because that part always gets me. I never not cry when Queen Latifah. She went out like a G. Like I can never.
She sure did. Had a cigarette in her mouth, gun in her hand.
Oh, that part. But anyway, I was so mad at Miss Ivy Symone when she had this next scene. I kept holding my hand over the phone to not look at the next line.
Right.
I better not see that they see the daggone gravestone. Who is this fresh one? Next
right.
I'm like, no. Don't do that.
I was waiting. I was like,
I was so mad.
Ooh.
All that. And they end up dead.
She got me. Because I just like, I know you're not gonna do that. I know, because I know authors be doing that. They will kill off people. I'm like, please don't do that, bro. Not to both of these babies. But they didn't.
I thought at least one of them was gone. I thought it was her. I thought it was so sad.
Cause I was like, man, he'll survive the shooting, but she get one shot and she died. Like I feel like that was gonna happen
because they said it was in her heart.
Chest. So I'm like, that's it. That's a done deal. If they can't get us to the hospital quick, but they had on freaking I said life jackets. What they call?
Yeah,
they call bulletproof vest.
I can't. What? But yeah,
bulletproof vest. Like life jacket, which is
that's good. He been having them on since that incident. Like he's smart,
very smart, and he had her wear that. So look, that saved both of their lives. They got matching scars, or little purple marks.
Yep.
So I'd rather have that than the bullet. Okay.
Me too.
Oh yeah, the part where she saw him with no shirt on.
And saw all the scars.
Like, oh my gosh, I know that I would feel some type of way knowing I left him. I mean, it was a lot of sorries. She did apologize a lot. But they survived it. Antoine is dead. Keisha, Sasha, all his
everybody that was in that is gone.
Right. And the ring wasn't even a real one.
Ah, that's so funny. He's
They
like,
had
that-
they had a replica, and it wasn't even real. Now that right there, now that should have went down so that he could have sold it to somebody, and they found out it was fake, and then they come and murder him in his own. He would have died either way, you know. But that was so daggone good.
It was really good.
And now they can have everything that he wanted it to be, you know, even though it all started stupid. But
right,
you know, it's how you finish, you know, it's how you finish.
It's you right.
So
it's how you finish.
It was like so bad at the beginning. I hated everybody. And then at the end, like I loved it. I loved it that they both got their happy ending. Like that was beautiful.
I love Zeno now. I don't care. Because I feel like he had the potential to be a good, like a really good person, a really good husband. He just was just misguided by his own, you know, ways and how he thought. But once he actually took the time to do what should have been done, he took the advice. It took a minute, but he took the advice. Like that's one thing when you say, "Oh, I'm this way, I'm this way, I'm this way, and this is how it should be." But like once you finally like just give in and take the advice of somebody who would know better,
right?
Because you want better. Because if he never
want
better, he would have never did that.
Right.
He wanted better, so he did that, and I can respect that, and that's what got him what he wanted in the end. So
I agree, totally agree with that.
Yeah, that's all. That's it. That was say it again. Stay.
Just stay.
Stay by
Ivy Symone.
Yep, August book of the month, and that's all. That's all we got. We out.
Peace.
Peace.